All right, here we go with part two of the movies that I watched in the month of June, starting with and continuing with my Gay Pride week of movie viewing, and that is another one's based on a true story. And as you know, another one of those movies about acceptance and about just understanding people. If you're not a dick to each other, it's easier to get people to understand where you're coming from in life, and that is Pride. It's a great story. It takes place in I want to say England. Great Britain, and it takes place in like the early '80s. AIDS is just kind of becoming a thing worldwide, but in this part of Britain, the miners are on strike because of course, government shenanigans, and so there's a group of gay rights activists who decide, well, we're a marginalized part of society, a part of our culture as well as these guys are, because the miners were not being treated very fairly by anybody. So they decided, these gay rights activists decided to, well, we're going to do our best to raise money for these miners. And of course, the miners, they didn't want to be associated with the gay community because there was that stigma back in the day. But it went from sort of cultural misunderstanding to, hey, now that we know each other, everything is kind of cool, to people starting to accept not only other people, just, gay people. I mean, there's really no reason not to accept them. I mean, they're just people. They just, happen to be have one little minor, tiny little thing that's different. But they really started to understand each other. Friendships were formed, relationships were created, and a great movie all the way around. Just a lot of fun. Moving on quickly. Just like in the last video I did, I had that movie Touch of Pink, which is sort of a cultural, sort of culture meets, the gay community, and, just misunderstandings and then sort of understandings and whatnot. Another one along those lines is Mambo Italiano. Only this one deals with the Italian culture and how they see and how they sort of interact with gay culture as well. Great one. And of course, probably one of the greatest gay-themed movies of all time, To Wong Foo, Thanks for Everything, Julie Newmar, sorry, which unfortunately I still just have on DVD, but I am planning on getting this one boosted up to Blu-ray at some point very, very soon. Now, in the month of June, and also during my Gay Pride week, we hit June 20th. On June 20th is also when, back in 1975, Jaws hit the big screen. So I took a break from my gay watching to watch another one of my favorite movies of all time. One of those movies that I can sit down and I can watch this any day of the week, twice on Saturday, and enjoy the hell out of it all the time. There's another one of those. I've owned it multiple times on VHS, DVD, Blu-ray, and now I got it on 4K. This 4K transfer is beautiful. And yes, I am planning on getting that 50th anniversary 4K because I want that documentary. But Jaws, one of my favorite movies. I think it's safe to say that Jaws is one of the best movies ever made. It is almost a perfect film. I've heard other people say that as well. But then wrapping up Gay Pride Week was Dayton Switch. Another one, sort of a comedy of errors. Two lifelong friends. One came out as gay, and the other one's trying to be supportive of it, as a good friend would be. And he winds up kind of becoming overly supportive, and just things kind of spiral out of control before everything gets back under control, and everything is great at the end of the movie. So another really fun film. Let me grab the rest of these here. And then getting back to just random movies, not having to stick with any kind of a specific theme like I just did. We did Battle Los Angeles on Blu-ray. Battle Los Angeles, I know this movie didn't get a whole lot of positive feedback. It didn't do well in the theaters, but it's a fun movie. I'm sorry, but this is just a fun movie. This is one of those movies, just you turn it on, you turn off your brain, you have a good time. And then I watched one of my favorite, another one of my favorite. I got a lot of favorite movies. It's just no way around it. I got a lot of favorite movies. I watch a lot of movies. But one of my favorite sort of low budget horror films, Puppet Master. I will be watching more of these because I have the entire Puppet Master run, including the spin-off that they did, which is sort of like a what if with a Puppet Master. But I got this one here on Blu-ray. I got the set for this. Actually, funny thing about that, real quick, is Full Moon used to do this promotion where if you subscribe to their streaming service, you'd have a choice of, you could get the Puppet Master Blu-ray box set, which included all the Puppet Master films, which is like 10 or 11 or 12 of them now, plus a bonus disc that had all sorts of special features and an awesome little slipcase. Or you can get up to 10, I think 5 or 10 DVD or Blu-rays off of their website. So the first time I did it, I got the Puppet Master set because I didn't have any of these on Blu-ray. And they wound up sending me 2 copies of that set. So instead of selling it, which I could have done, I could have easily sold that set and made some good money off of it. But one of my good friends, Matt, didn't have it. And he's a fan of the franchise as well. I was like, dude, do you want this? And he's like, how much? Like, I didn't pay anything for it. I'm not charging you for it. Just go ahead and take it. Happy birthday, Merry Christmas, all that fun stuff. But then the second time I did that, I got I ordered some of the movies like Cannibal Women, and the Avocado Jungle of Death, Sorority Babes, and a Slime Ball Ballerama, Slave Girls from Beyond. That's Beach Babes from Beyond. All those sort of bimbo flicks because I love those. But getting back to what I checked out this month, next one was a movie that I bought just purely based on the trailer. If you've not seen the trailer for The Good, the Bad, the Weird, you're doing yourself a disservice. It's one of the best trailers I've ever seen. And yes, this one is subtitled only. I got my old school Family Video subtitled only sticker on there. I love those. This is a great movie. This is one of those movies that you've got, all these different people that are after this map, and you don't know what the map goes to until the end of the film. And I'm not going to spoil it for you because I'm not that kind of a person. But you end up with, these 3 people, the good, the bad, the weird. You got a bounty hunter, you got just a common thief, and you've got a hired killer. Then you've got, I think it's a Mongolian army. You've got the Korean or the Chinese army. You got all these people that are after this map. It just gets out of control. It gets really big. But the final sequences in this is really, really good. One of my favorite foreign films of all time. And then another one, it's just a great ensemble cast, great movie all around. Big Trouble. Love this movie. Really not much more I could say about it than that. Moving on, My Blue Heaven. Steve Martin, Rick Moranis. Good stuff. Those kind of weird seeing Steve Martin play sort of a New York sort of Brooklyn gangster, but it still works. It's still fun. And Back to the Beach with who's it, Frankie Avalon and Annette Funicello. Also has Gilligan and Skipper. It's got Pee Wee Herman. It's got all kinds of stuff in there. Fun little sort of a cheesy little schlocky film. And this next one, for my birthday, my wife and my best friend got together and they got me tickets to go to a theater a little north of us where they were hosting Linnea Quigley from Return of the Living Dead, from Sorority Babes and the Slime Ball Bolorama, from Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers and other movies that are my favorite films. And so I decided, yes, I'm going to do this because they're going to do a screening for this next movie, and that was Return of the Living Dead. So I've got this one now, and I was able to take this, and I got Miss Linnea Quigley, who is a wonderful person, by the way. She was great to talk to, very personable, very attentive. I like that she wasn't acting like she didn't want to be there. She was genuinely interested in listening to what we were saying. She took time to talk to everybody who wanted to exchange, stories with her or whatnot. I told her that with this one here, this is one of my son's favorite horror films. He loves the Tar Man, but she signed it for me. Great experience, great lady, and just love the whole idea that I was able to watch that movie on the big screen with Linnea Quigley and other people who are also huge fans of it. And here we go, wrapping up the month of June, we have Evil Dead 2, which I have a couple of copies of this one. I've got this version here that goes with this one, but I've also got this one here. This is a DVD. This is actually the Book of the Dead edition. Which, actually, the book for it is in the closet behind me because you don't want to have the Necronomicon just floating around because somebody might end up reading it and then you have to leave the neighborhood. And the last movie that I watched in the month of June was Teen Titans Go to the Movies. Not one of my favorite shows. I actually cannot stand Teen Titans Go, but the movie is fun. It's a fun film. It is. I got to admit it. It's a lot of fun. It's not as ridiculously stupid as the TV show is. They kind of rein it a little bit. They have the ridiculous stupidity in there, but it's also tempered with some better writing, I guess. So it's a much better package. And after watching this one, I kind of feel like maybe I should go back and rewatch some of the episodes of the show because maybe I'm looking at it wrong. After seeing this one, I might check that show out again. So, but that is it. That is the second part for the movies that I watched in the month of June, and I'm still going strong. Still watching movies every day of the month. Every day. So we are up to with Teen Titans Go to the Movies. I'm also writing these all down. We have a fire truck up the street going wherever it's going to go. But we're at movie Teen Titans Go to the Movies is the number 181. So I've watched over 181 movies because I've also got the first half of July coming up soon. So there we go. Thanks for watching, and we will see you guys next time. Bye.